So, she only studied until 15 years old, then became a mother and wife, and then became a fashion designer, selling clothes, became a fine jewelry designer, then she became a founder of a bank. Yup, you did not hear wrongly. From jewelry designer to founder of a bank. And that's the story of Tan Sri Tengku Nozia, the founder of Kenanga Investment Bank. So today I picked up this book. To be honest, I was a little bit reluctant to pick it up because I felt that I have a lot of other things to read. And yeah, but because this morning I left my other books in the car, so as I was taking care of Samuel, I just picked up this book and I finished reading it in 2 hours. Now let me tell you how I feel. This book is seriously a fresh breath. It feels like you are sitting down by the side of your grandmother and she's telling you stories about life. And it's not like a grandmother that tells you, very annoying stories or very long-winded story, but no, it's very eloquent and very classy. It's very relevant to us as Malaysian as well because of her background, you will probably come across many things that like she say that you probably read in history before as well, like the setting of the time, like how people were living and people would just adopt kids from the street and come back and be a helper and take care of them, give them jobs and stuff. And so she was born in a royal family and that gave her quite a good connection, but she worked hard and she was very interesting. And so as I was reading it, there are a few things that I've learned. Now number one is a lot about parenting as well. She told a story since she was young, how she grew up, and me myself being a father right now, I picked up quite some tips from here, like what she looked back right now and say how her father shaped her character, like the father being someone who's very enterprising, who looked for opportunities to build businesses. At first he was taking care of the father's plantation, the father-in-law's plantation, and then after that he saw that hey, there's a need for people to buy groceries and he set up a hardware shop to sell whatever stuff that he'll be selling. And he was also a very, very honest man, full of integrity, and that also helped her as well as she grew up. She also became someone who's very, very honest. And how they actually encouraged them and talked to them. The mother and father did not just give her everything but taught her the value of money. Like at one point when she was young, she enjoyed seeing her father calculating the money that they get during paycheck day, you see. And she would ask the dad, like, what is that farmer and the cow doing on the piece of banknote? And the father would explain that, because farmers contribute a lot to society, they would plant and they would be able to sell, and that contributes to the economy of the country, and that's where the beginning of transaction is. That taught her a lot. And for me, it's like being a father right now, I wish I leave a legacy like her dad that can impact my child so much. Basically, it's not like a self-help book. It's not like a very well, like, those very long episode one. If you actually look through this book, it's a very easy read. I read it through in less than 3 hours or 2 hours. And every chapter, it's about 3 pages to 4 pages, and it's very easy read. It's seriously like a conversation. It really feels like as if you're just sitting down there and she's just right beside you on a rocking chair telling you a story about her life, how she grew up, her love story with her husband, her story of how she started Kenanga, her story of how she actually know nothing about running a stockbroking business, and one day one of her friends advised her that hey, a stockbroking company is for sale, and she decided to just hop on the opportunity and bought the company in a few months, and then learning how to run the business from there. It's really very interesting. And she would talk about, like, because she's from a royal family, so she have royal connection ties. She also works for the government quite a bit, knowing a lot of people in high places, and that gives us an insight. As you read through, you read about trips going overseas to represent the royal family, or like having dinner with ambassadors and stuff like that. You really get to relate, simply because this is Malaysian, and the story that she gives and the language that she uses, it's just like a conversation. And there's a lot of things that you can learn. I've learned a lot from this book, actually, to be honest. Like how to teach your kid to be more enterprising, I've also learned a lot about how she actually thinks, how she feels about things. And just by reading this book itself, I can feel like she's such a gentle lady, but with a very strong-willed spirit, but quiet, I haven't met her before, actually, yeah. But it's just how it feels. But it's just amazing. It's really like sitting down there and your grandmother tells you her life story, and you get inspired hearing her life story. That's how it feels like. But anyway, the reason I picked up this book was because I had nothing to do in the morning, because my book was left in the car. I couldn't go and take it because I need to take care of my baby, and I couldn't work. My baby is around, so the only thing I can do is just read and take care of him at the same time, although it keeps getting interrupted. But nonetheless, one thing I heard about her is, I asked my friends in Kenanga, they say that she's now 90 plus, but she still comes to the office every day. Yep, 90 plus and she still comes to the office every day. That's the kind of person she is. So yeah, amazing. Let me just tell you one story that I just remembered as I was reading through this. She actually said that when she was a little girl, very young, she was throwing tantrum, and then she was kicking the mosquito net and made some holes in the mosquito net. Then as she grew up, she became a teenager. One day she pissed off her mom again, and her mom got so angry and then went into the room, took out from the cupboard the old mosquito net that she spoiled when she was a kid, and made them mend the holes in the mosquito net. Yep, they didn't throw the mosquito net, they kept it. That's how thrifty their family were. Don't simply spend, and those are things that taught her value about money. Yeah, I'm glad that I picked up this book, and I really think that you should. So this is the name of the book. Just to let you know, one of the main thing that I picked up this book was because she's actually the first Bumiputra Malaysian lady who actually founded a bank. I think she's probably the only lady in Malaysia, or the first lady in Malaysia to founded a bank. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. So I would recommend you guys to pick up this book and have a read. I really believe it will inspire you as a Malaysian. It will inspire you if you're being a parent right now. You'll learn a lot about educating a child in a very subtle manner. And I would encourage people who are starting their business to actually read these and see how, have a peek into the minds of great founders, Yeah. And if you just want to have a fresh take on things, fresh breath of air from all the normal books that we read, and yeah, this would be amazing. It's truly a remarkable story. So go pick it up in MPH, and I hope you enjoy a good read.